It's night one of the Red Hot Summer Shootout at Toowoomba's Hi-Tec Oils Speedway. The car park is starting to fill up. I've been told there's over 70 campers this weekend. Fans are at the ticket booths and are grabbing driver autographs just before we kick off for night one of the $20,000 to win Red Hot Summer Shootout. This is our first at-track video for 2023, and what better way to start it here up in Queensland. I'm glad it's a little bit windy because it is bloody hot. While it's still hot and while we've still got time, let's go speak to some of the drivers. You had a bit of trouble on your trip over here.
Yeah, every time I seem to try to come in early, I get delayed with a snowstorm or a rainstorm. So yeah, it was just one of those deals. Qantas cancelled a flight and took me, instead of me getting here early, I got here late.
You enjoying being with the Dobson racing team?
Yeah, like I've known Andrew and Sean for a long time with the racing, and having Finchy there makes it a little bit easier to walk into a race team. He knows my habits, he knows my quirks, he knows a little bit more what I like. But yeah, no, Andrew's been awesome to have on the road. I mean, he is a true, passionate Speedway fan that owns a race car.
And what do you think of your results so far?
Suck. That's point blank. I mean, look, we're not far off. We've just been too tight each night we've been racing. We've had a little bit of bad luck. But look, when I come in here, if I don't believe that I'm going to a racetrack, and if the day I don't believe I can go there and win is the day I'm going to quit. And you know, we're fast, but we're just off a little bit. But as close as the competition is right now, and the way the racetracks have been, you've only got to be off a little bit, and it looks worse than what you actually are.
You enjoying your time over here, man?
Yeah, it's been good. I got to spend the last 4 or 5 days on the Gold Coast. That was awesome. I could live there for sure.
It's pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, it's been a good time, and finally had a good run the other night. And I think everybody on the team has good spirits, so it's been good.
You like the look of this track?
Yeah, it looks like a little bull ring, which is what I'm accustomed to. I feel like just growing up in California and running places like Chico and Watsonville and stuff like that. So it's got a little more banking too, which is what I haven't seen a whole lot of since I've gotten here. So I think I'll be a lot more comfortable here, but we'll see.
How'd you get hooked up in this ride?
Just talking to Sean Dyson. The last couple of years I've wanted to come out, and then with COVID and all that stuff, talked to Sean, and he gave me some names of who I should go with, and then Mark came up, and Sean said that they're a really good family and got some good stuff, and that Mozzie has been out on the road before, so he ran the, what was that tour? World Series, yeah. So yeah, I just gave him a call, and it all worked out, and I've been enjoying my time with him.
Well, we didn't think Aaron was going to make it over, and we didn't think you guys are going to be racing for the rest of January, but it all happened in the end.
Yeah, it did. It's been probably a fairy tale ride now, to be perfectly honest. I was probably down in the dumps 2 weeks ago when all this happened, and but you know, credit to Speedway Australia, Motorsport Australia, like they come and saw me on Friday night at Archerfield, and Darren Tyndall did, and we applied for his visa on Saturday morning. We got approval on Tuesday. So look, I can't thank Speedway Australia and Motorsport Australia for what they did. And I think moving forward, this is just going to help all the Americans come here and, you know, come here on the right visa and that, and have no issues and all that. And, you know, probably special thanks to Ryan Harris up here. Like, he's been so accommodating, took our entry back and all that. Yep. Michael Perry from Toowoomba, Mount Gambier too. So yeah, no, really excited. So
not the best preparation, but
no, it hasn't been. Like I said, you know, we only picked up Aaron yesterday morning from the airport, and yeah, finished off his car yesterday, and then tracked up all night with the boys and that. So no, it's been good. So hopefully we can have a good run, and he can do what he did 3 years ago.
Alright, so qualifying's all finished up. That was a really exciting finish there at the end. Cody Morosky set quick time at the very end of both sessions. He was the last car out of all of them and did a 10.8, which is I think 1/10 quicker than Ian Madsen, who was out just a few cars before him. So we know the track's definitely not going away, but I think next up in the first session was McHugh was quickest from Goodyear, and they all ran the bottom in 3 and 4, and that was ultra crucial to set a quick lap time. And some guys were onto it and some weren't, like Reitzel and the Macedo brothers. They weren't fast, so just a few tenths is ultra important here at Toowoomba Speedway, especially when they're only doing 11-second laps. So we've got Brooke Tatnell behind us here. He set the 3rd quickest lap time behind McHugh and Goodyear in the first qualifying session, and we had another camera on Cole Macedo, who ended up about 15th in the 2nd session, so he wasn't very happy, understandably. But they're rushing right now to get ready for the heats. They just got him to staging, and the cars are pushing out right now for the first heat race, so let's see what happens.
Get it to the right a little bit, but at least now we're rotating the corner like we're all every other night we're doing this. It just got free and went on. But like I said, when I stumbled on that start, I didn't get the takeoff. I came into 3 and 4 and I wheel spun off the exit. I knew what was coming. So.
Hard to enter, but then I'm free as fuck off exit. Yeah, exits are terrible. I just feel terrible after that, honestly. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Down here is okay, you just slow the car down so they can run off. Yeah. When they start, and they're all trying to start.
Yeah, I can bounce on them, but
you can't get a run. All the trouble, it's coming off the sideways off the top and it's carrying.
yeah, I just feel
We've lost all 4 drive from 0.
win. Okay, sprint cars for the prelim P. If you can make your way to the front cover grid, please. NQ 47 and NQ 77.
I'm struggling in is entering one, like sometimes I get fucking, then sometimes I catch it just right, like I catch the wheel spin just right, or I enter and like straddle it just right, but
Because it's that bump in there.
the bump, yeah, but man, Dumsy's getting through it better than me.
Right, the officials are just coming around now to tell the drivers to get ready for the A main. We just had the GoPro on Cole Macedo where he ran second in the B main. He was meant to start out of position number 10, but Sammy Walsh pulled out, so he started out of 8, still made a lot of progress. Just spoke to crew chief and owner Mark House about what they've been doing to the setup. They changed the rear bars for the heat race, he didn't like that. They changed it back for the B main, changed his shock, now seems to have fixed things, so he's a little bit happier Cole is in the car. So looking forward to seeing what progress he can make in the feature, and I think Brooks out of about 6 in the A main, so should be a good feature race for us with the GoPros, and I think it's 25 laps for the feature. So for this preliminary night, the track's really starting to open up. Looking forward to seeing what happens. Let's see. guys. What a feature race that was in the end. I honestly can't really describe everything that happened, but there were just slide jobs everywhere. Awesome feature race. I was so glad to see someone like Cody Morosky, a local, win. We've got cars and drivers from all over Australia and all over America too coming here to race, and at a track that I've been rating the best racing in Australia, maybe even the world for sprint car racing, and tonight delivers once again. It somehow just never disappoints. It was so cool to see Cody and his team get a win. We had obviously cameras on Cole Macedo and Brooke Tatmore. Those guys are pretty pumped, but yeah, let's go chat to some of the drivers because there's plenty happening and I'm sure they've all got a story to tell.
Yeah, that was cool. Honestly, credit to my team. That was one of the nicest, probably easiest race cars I've had to drive. We didn't push too far, a little bit of home ground advantage, you know, like we've raced here enough to know where the track goes and yeah, like sort of if the moisture's going to stay around, and we didn't go too far and we weren't too tight, and it was nice to drive. I think I made probably a couple of moves I wouldn't have usually made, and like around Lockie, that was probably dicey in my books, but probably made, you know, sealed the deal there. And
it's the most confident I've seen you drive because it's like you read the script, you knew what was going to happen, so you just went out and did it.
Yeah.
You just really took control of the race.
Yeah, I think that like quick time at the start just really like boosted the confidence for the whole team. We probably should have been way better in that second heat, but come together and had to start from rear and no front wing, still move forward to fourth. So, you know, that saved our night points wise, and yeah, could move anywhere on the racetrack, just sort of stayed patient. You know, I wasn't counting down the laps, and yeah, unreal.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Not happy?
Yeah, just the rules here just don't make sense to me, but it is what it is.
What happened?
A guy half spun in front of me. I clipped him and half spun me, and then Dumsney hit me, straightened me back out, and I got sent to the rear, so I'm not sure. Something like that goes on every night here though, so I don't know.
What's up, Toby?
Good job.
Do an interview?
Yeah, is that cool?
Yeah, man.
You can keep the beer, doesn't matter.
I can? All right,
Yeah, it looks cool. Your brother's not very happy, but you seem a lot happier.
Yeah, man, my car was incredible. It's you know, if anyone knows, it's you that sprint car racing's easy when your car's that good, and I feel like I could just maneuver really easily. I feel like I could get through traffic and be on offense pretty much the entire race, and it feels good when it's that way. So it was definitely hectic. I feel like lap cars were everywhere, and I was having to work super hard to try and be aggressive but not crash my stuff in the process. And such a unique track, the way turn 3 is. It opens up so much and just leaves you so open for sliders if you don't get a good run down the backstretch. And it was definitely in tip-top shape there, in my opinion. So hopefully we can continue this momentum. I know it's a points-building event, so we'll just keep building that way.
I've been rating this place as like the best track in Australia as far as racing goes. Where do you kind of rank it, being out here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a top track for the racing. I think
it's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's just a different place, and I feel like there's some good tracks over here, and I definitely think it's one of them. So obviously, Barry Waldron and the whole team that they've got going here has done a good job of making it better and better, and I think that it's only going to get better as we go on. So I'm happy for that, and just thankful I could give these guys that work so hard a good run.
What'd you think?
Driver's got his head up so far up his butt he could see China.
You told me, I think it was after the first heat race, you said you don't like lockdown racing where it's just follow the leader. I told you it'd open up a bit. It did open up. What do you think of the feature?
Couldn't see much with my head stuck where it was. I mean, I just, you have nights where you can be off a little bit, and I just had a night where, they're called race cars for a reason. You got to drive them hard, and I didn't drive hard.
What do you mean by that? Can you be a bit more specific?
Look, I think I tried to be too polite, too straight, too neat.
You really got to throw it around here. The guys who do well, someone like Cody Morosky who won tonight, is just thrown around like he's just doing whatever comes to his mind.
Yeah, let's just see what he's doing when he's 51 and after he's won a few more races, other than a track day race. Look, it's something against it. Look,
is that just not your driving style? Or?
It is. As I said, I just didn't drive very good. I got no excuses. I mean, I just, you know, everyone has a bad night, and I had a shocker.
What was Carl handling like?
We were off a little bit, just chased our tail a little bit, but you know, I do this as a living. I'm meant to adapt.
Can't afford to get it wrong.
So I'm just living it myself. There's nothing to it. I'm living it myself. I'll
Still hanging in there, mate.
We'll be there. But no, look. I mean, look, when you're not driving good, nothing's a lot of fun. Maybe I'm trying to backpedal it a little bit and try and keep the tyres under it.
Yeah.
It's we had an off night. Yeah. Don't worry, we got the classic coming up. We'll see where we're at there because I'm not too concerned.
What happened in the end?
Just didn't get through the lap traffic very clean. So got caught up with some lap cars and then lost a couple spots. But I know positive take out of it. I think we had some good speed, but just needed to be better in the lap traffic.
What happened in 3 and 4 one lap where you just kind of like almost come to a complete stop?
I think I actually accidentally switched the ignition switch off.
Done that before.
Yeah, so then I switched it back on and it got going again.
I noticed last week at Archerfield you slowed up a little bit. I think it was when Macedo originally passed you in 3 and 4. Was that like did something similar happen there, or you just got out of the group
he
there,
just
or?
hit me inside coming past, so yeah, that's what happened there.
Okay. My bad. But yeah, I thought he's either knocked a switch there tonight or his traction control cutting out or something.
Yeah, something like that. Just fully switched off and didn't actually know what was going on at first because it was like turning over and nothing was happening, and then then I flicked this switch back on and it took off. So
it's pretty weird sometimes. You're like, how did I even knock that? It's all the way over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how, but yeah, obviously got my hand down there and smacked it. So yeah.
How'd your car feel other than that?
I think we were pretty good. Yeah, so I think we had good speed, but just didn't get through lap traffic well, so try and work on that for tomorrow.